Hello again and welcome to another Liverpool match review. Obviously this one is for the Liverpool game against Crystal Palace yesterday. Again, without saying something I might regret, what on earth was that? That was even worse than the Atalanta game last Thursday. We started off much slower than we did on that game. Slow and was lethargic, and we paid the price. Obviously against a much changed approach in the form of Crystal Palace, who actually want to play front foot football, and they have the players anyway to hurt you, especially with Eze and Elise, and that's like exactly what happened. They got in time and time again. Players like Anderson at the back made sure that we couldn't get in, but the midfield again had a terrible game, allowed their midfield to dominate the pitch, tap it around us like prime Brazil 1970. It was just an embarrassing, especially when the boss said he promised a reaction. I saw nothing in the shape of a reaction. It's like we got even worse from the Thursday game, to be honest. It looked like a team of knowing that they had to prove the doubters wrong and playing within themselves rather than showing belief. And but in terms of the saying that the boss said as many times, from doubters to believers, looked like a team that were doubters and not believers. But in terms of Liverpool themselves, midfield again looked like we were leggy. Endo especially looks like a player that starts showing his age at the age of 32 at this level. He looks so leggy, and it was the right decision to take him off. But he was far from by himself. Jones had one of his worst games for a long time. Dominic Szoboszlai again didn't have the impact that he would have liked to have on the game as a sub. We couldn't get the front three in the game, and again all the wasted chances. Time and time again. I believe it's 40 chances that we've had over the past two games, and 0 goals. That's not good enough for a club like Liverpool. I don't want to go on too much, but my God, my patience with Darwin Núñez and many other Liverpool fans is wearing thin. Number 9 for Liverpool, you have to take an opportunity like he had in front of either side of the keeper, and it's 1-1, and we probably go on to win the game with the momentum change that would have happened if he scored that. But and Mo Salah, he's not looking right. I believe he's still carrying an injury of some sort, or the injury has completely finished him off, because he doesn't look quick. He doesn't take his man on as well. He fell over twice. When does Mo Salah ever fell over? It was just everything is going wrong at the moment, and it's just unacceptable. They're letting the boss down. They're letting us, the fans, down. And most of all, from a player's point of view, is you have to make sure that you do yourself proud as an individual, and they're just letting themselves and embarrassing themselves, really, because this team has performed wonders up to this point. But that's the thing, you have to, once you overachieve like we have up to a certain point, you have to carry that momentum on. And since the international break, it's been far from acceptable. Back-to-back losses at Anfield, it's no matter who's in the shirt, is never acceptable from a Liverpool point of view, of course. So they have to really dig in from now. And it made the thing is the result was even worse when Arsenal dropped points. But come on, that just in terms of the performance again, that was far from acceptable. Every player on the pitch didn't have a good game, apart from Andy Robinson, who ran his knots off and looked like the only one that actually cared, which is a sad thing to say about this team, because we know that's far from the truth. But he was the only one that's playing with a bit of passion and was trying to make things happen. But again, the chances that we squandered, Darwin Núñez, even Diogo Diogo Jota, Salah, no conviction in the shots, and we have to get a grip of ourselves and just focus on performing now. The league's far from being in our hands, and we just have to focus on performances and see where it gets us. But just in terms of a few players, I believe there's a few players that will not be at the club anymore. I don't know which ones, but players like Darwin Núñez and players like that, they could be on the edge of their Liverpool careers, because Michael Edwards, obviously, as everybody knows, he's not an emotional character like Jurgen is. He'll be ruthless in the summer, being the head of football operations. So they will need to prove that they're worthy of staying in the red shirt, or he'll look to move them on and get the players that the new manager wants, or players that he believes can lead to success. Because even though, yes, it's going to be very hard to win a title, no more than Liverpool. I know that, and Arsenal is starting to figure out that now over the past 2 seasons with a team like Man City at the top. It's hard enough to win one league title rather than multiple, but you still have to. We still have to find a way to win that league, and there's so many times that we've cost ourselves, and that's why we lost on a point a couple of times. That Jurgen obviously could have had plenty more league titles, but first of all, these players really have to stop our season going out for a whimper. Even if we don't get any more trophies, they have to make sure the boss can leave on a good note, at least, whatever that may lead to. But just get some wins on the board and see where we get to, and that starts with trying to put in a performance against Atalanta, even if we go out and aggregate, and then we go Fulham on Sunday, and just start fresh there. But yeah, I had a proper head loss yesterday, so that's why it's today, because I could have said a few things that were regretted about Darwin Núñez and all that, but the players really have to dig deep now, because that was far from acceptable, as I've already said, and we need to really search within ourselves and start to take chances first of all, and defend better as a team. The pressing yesterday was all over the shop, and that's far from acceptable for a Jurgen Klopp team, of all things.